Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another enlightening session of the Tech Talk. Today, we are diving into a discussion that promises to reshape the landscape of your professional journey. Prepare to engage your intellect, sharpen your skills, and gain valuable insights that could redefine your career. I am your host from Tech Jobs Fair, Tripti, and today we are joined by our very special guest, Miss Esti Grossman, who is a keynote speaker, public speaking mentor, and workshops facilitator. She uses tools and knowledge from different content words, including rhetoric, body language, effective presentation, career counseling, and many more. So, hi, Esti, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Tripti. Thank you very much for the invitation. I was very impressed and thrilled when I got your message and offered to be a guest today. I'm feeling very well and I'm happy to share my knowledge and the tools that I give our audience.
Thank you so much. And guys, just be ready because she's here to help you find your way to present your story, your ideas in your professional journey, right? So I guess you guys can already see what we are going to talk about today. It is about the first impression and self introduction. So we'll get to the core of it, why it is so important to have your first impression and self introduction on point. But before that, we want to dive into and take some time out for ST to tell us and, maybe uncover your journey so far in the industry.
Thank you. So I think if we're looking about on my journey, it started on the second grade. Second grade in a school ceremony. And I think this is what the first time that I recall standing in front of an audience that wasn't my classroom mates. Later on, I found myself taking some part in managing the students' company in the even in our town. Later on, I was instructor of trips and other things, youth companies. Later, I chose to work in a sales and marketing roles. I've been to, I think, more than 25 years in the pharmaceutical industry. And someone told me, Esti, you were selling drugs. Okay, so no selling drugs in corner. But I said, no, you know what? I wasn't a salesperson in my point of view. I was a storyteller. I tell everyone, I met doctors, nurses. I was telling them stories. Of course, I was communicating sales agenda, but someone has to pay my check, right, in the end of the month. But I was telling stories. I was giving examples of other patients who enjoyed the treatments. Later on, we found out that I can open hearts, open doors of my customers. And every time I say, when the doctor was subscribing the medicine, in my point of view, it was a side effect for my visit. I wasn't selling, I was just telling stories. But I think storytelling actually is a perfect way to deliver your messages. So if our context is job interviews, let us know how to tell your career story. Even if you don't have a career of 30 years that like I have, like you're a junior position, you did something in your life. You were in the youth groups, you were volunteering in something, you were first in your class, you were something. Learn how to tell your experience story to deliver what you bring with you to the road. Well, I go back to my story, okay? I was telling stories. I collected many side effects, which is In Hebrew, we say tachles, like we cut to the chase. We got many, many business results, and I was like the employee of the year. This time I
Oh,
was, yeah, yeah. At that time, they're like 48, and then the surrounding voices who tells you, oh, if you're not going to be promoted before 50, no one's gonna look at you. You know, the like your mother says, your aunt says so. So I said, okay, I have to get promotion. And I chose a role that wasn't my fit to skills, enthusiasm, things that I really, really like to do. Look at my face now. Do I like to do what I'm doing right now? I think it's obvious.
definitely.
Well, I was promoted, I was a manager, but I wasn't happy. And then things happened until I got hurt in one leg. Which one? Left, right?
Right?
Right, like change your way, choose another path for your career. And on February 20, what happened in March 20? COVID.
Ah, yes, pandemic.
On March 20, I opened my own business as a public speaking mentor because when I was looking back to what are my skills, what are my excellence, what are the things that I do best. Okay, delivering messages, knowing how to connect people, knowing how to open hearts and how to open doors. This is the thing I want to deliver. This is the thing that I want to pass over. And if you ask me, what am I doing? First of all, I get up in the morning because I want to help other people to succeed achieving their goals. This is my why. If, like Simon Sinek says, ask yourself why. The why, my why is because I want to help people. And this is the reason that I'm here. So in my business, what I'm doing today is like two paths. One-on-one, I help lecture, I have keynote speakers to act to like how to deliver their lecture, their message, even how their PowerPoint slash Canva slash other presentations options to be looked like very clear, and of course body language, and to raise up self-confidence, which self-confidence or stage fear is another service that I'm helping people with, and of course
Hmm.
job interviews. On the other path is working with corporates, companies, group facilitating in the subjects of presentation skills, storytelling, communication skills, and body language. Long story long.
But that's an awesome, I think, story that you've shared. And this is a really long journey if you say it started from second grade, I guess, right? And yes, thank you so much for sharing your journey. And I think we already have understood a point where we do things at certain point of time for sake of doing it, right? Because we get so much, let's say, not exactly inspired, but then persuaded by the people around society. You have to get a job, all of that. But then there comes a time when you just sit back and then you want to do something you love, right? And that'll give you the actual lifetime peace, I guess, and a peace of mind.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, and
uh,
thanks so much for sharing your journey, and that was really, really beautiful.
thank you. I think sometimes people ask me, okay, Esti, like from presentation skills, what is your connection for job interviews? How do you know how
Mhm,
to prepare people for job interviews? And I said, okay, I think, first of all, when I was a manager, I was team managers, two teams, I was product managers. So I managed people, I interviewed people, and on the other side, don't forget every meeting with a customer or a colleague is like a presentation of you. And
mhm.
I believe the job interview is the most important moment in your career at the time. Yeah. that you should use your presentation skills at the top of the option that you can. You should use your storytelling the best way you can. And you should come with self confidence in the higher level that you can. This is your moment to shine. So, all I did from grade two or in the 30 years experience in sales and marketing as a manager or as a salesperson, okay, storyteller person, all this I bring with me today in the moment of preparation to job interviews, because this is your moment to shine.
Exactly. So now I think now that we have already dived into the conversation topic, let me start by maybe if you can enlighten us a little more on what exactly should we understand, or maybe if there's any mechanism behind the first impression and the self introduction. These two important things that kind of decides your future or your professional career sometimes. So let's try understanding these two important topics first. So yes.
So, okay, so first let's. I think all around the world, everyone knows to say there is no second chance to make a first impression. 50 years, okay, something happened. I think everywhere around the world, everyone knows to say there is no second chance to make a first impression. Okay, this is well known, but let's think about. You just opened the screen. You saw me, or you saw
Mhm.
Tripti. Okay, even you. I read the DM that Tripti sent me. There is a first impression of what she made or what I made on you just now. And we are deciding in a glimpse, are you my friend or you're my enemy? Let us go back to the jungle, okay? You saw a big cat, big furry cat. Should I come and pet him? Or maybe I should run as fast as I can? Is he a friend or is my enemy? May I risk run away and save my life? Or this is a safe zone? This
Mhm.
is why we all have the first impression mechanism. What we see comes back to our subconscious, and the decision is made by like this. Someone will
Yeah.
tell you 2 seconds, 4 seconds, doesn't matter. It goes back to our subconscious, and then we make the decision I like you or I dislike you. And when we're coming to a job interview, I want to ask you, what do you think? Can we affect the first impression we make on other people?
As in like how we greet, maybe in the beginning.
Can you, as an interview, can you impact what first impression you're doing on the other person? Is it possible for
Okay,
us?
as like interviewee.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a
of
candidate.
course.
I affect my first impression?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's what I believe. Also, it's important to think that we can never know what the other people is thinking about us. I don't know his beliefs. I can search, I can learn about, but I don't know. Maybe he just like his cat died this morning, so he's very upset. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what all my efforts will be if he's on a state of mind of a different or something is occupying his mind. But we should do the effort because we want to be the one that they're looking at us as a friend under the category of friend and not under the category of enemy. So
Yeah.
if we go back to the jungle or to our small village, we're opening the gate of the village to everyone that looks like us, for everyone that looks the same, to anyone who I will feel comfortable. And we're feeling comfortable with people that are alike us. So I think,
Hmm.
first of all, we should see what are the dress code in the company. I know it's very shallow, okay? But I give you an example from a different area. My son went to a job interview as a waiter. I told him, dress like a waiter. They will see you as you're already a part of them, like black, black, okay? So if you can dress in the same dress code as the company that you're going to be interviewed in, not copy paste, but in the same area,
Yeah,
this is like the first thing they're going to see you. Ah, something here is similar. It's familiar. He's like from my village. I can open the gate. Okay, this is the guy I really want to see. Guy person, okay, lady, I want to see in the hall when I'm going to bring coffee. Let us try to be that person that they would like to see in the hall. So dress code. Second of all, I look at the values of the company, and see if I can talk or tell about something in me, in my values, in my beliefs that is matching the company's values or company
yeah,
vision, or something that makes me like, you're the guy from my village, I'm opening the gate for you. Try to be as similar as you can to the company that you're going to be interviewed in. And I think from there, of course, research. If you know, oh, I read yesterday that in the stock market your share was very successful, or oh, interesting, this guy is serious, this girl is she's exploring, she's very well prepared. This is how we can affect our first impression, showing that we are very serious about this job and we want to
yeah.
be alike and to join.
Yeah, I really like the symbolism that you used, from the jungle and like people alike. Like I understand, like initially, if we saw people walking two legs, we think, yeah, they are a friend. But if we see someone walking like four legs, all fours, we say, no, that could be danger, right? Because we didn't know what, because we always thought that they are our predators and we're the prey, right?
Yeah,
In the ancient times.
yeah.
So nice
But it
symbolism,
is
my good
back
one.
on my it's back on our reptile mind, very very ancient, like friend or
Yeah.
enemy.
That's really true. And when you actually mention about, the mood of the person who is about to interview you, I was actually thinking about it because let's say we go in a very nice mood for an interview, and then we see the interviewer is already in a bad mood. So, at that time it could either their mood will set our mood and the interview goes bad because we get impacted because of their mood, or we could put an effort to, enlighten the situation and the mood there, and from that point of time their bad mood can turn into good mood. So I think that's what your introduction and your first impression can leave an impact on when you're going on job interviews, I think.
Yeah, this is an important thing that you were mentioning, because if I'm entering a room in a very high energy level and the one in front of me is very low energy, whatever I'll say, whatever I'll do, will not match. So I
Yeah,
think if he or she is not able to raise up their energy because they're interviewing me, they want me to work there, I should lower
yeah.
my energy for a moment. I'll still be smiling, okay, because I
Hmm.
want to be that person that you want to see, but I
Yeah,
will be smiling. I will lower my energy, just try to fit their energy, and later on I will try to bring them to me happy,
yeah.
happy, successful,
Yeah, and both
successful.
of them are like high energy.
Yeah, I love to.
Great.
I'd love to work here.
And they would be like, we'd love to have you as our employee. So, how can we, like, I think we already discussed about it, like the first impression, right? But let's say, why is the preparation to an interview so important, right? Because I know the first thing that we do is send out our resumes and apply for the jobs. But whether you get the job or you don't get the job completely depends on the interview part, right? Because sometimes I see people with so many years of experience and a lot of experience, but because they lack that presentation skill, that self presentation skill, they kind of sometimes don't get the job. right? So if you can tell us a little more on why preparation to an interview is so important.
I think there's a short answer and a long answer. I will start with the short answer. Think how much time of the day you are spending in your working environment. I think this is a very good reason to say I have to invest to be in the place that I am going to spend 10, even 8 hours, doesn't matter, because today we are taking our jobs with us. It is following us in our mobile. The emails are entering all day long. The WhatsApp, the one, even the LinkedIn. Okay, things are
Yeah,
surrounding us. We come home, it is very difficult to shut down the mind of a working person to the home, whatever your home, family, dog, cat, doesn't matter. So if we're spending so much time of our day in a place or in an environment, I think we should invest of trying to achieve the best environment we can, because this environment is not only our role, our position in that company or corporate, it's also the best place for us that will suits our um, point of views, our values, our beliefs, our needs. I think this is the most important moment that you should really come prepared. Don't be spontaneous. Other, if
yeah.
you just want to see, I want to see how it's going to be in a job interview. Okay. Do you think you're going to get the job? I don't think so. If you spotted a position that you really want to work in that corporate company, these people, you really want this person to be your boss, to be your direct manager, please invest in showing the best of you. In order, they're going to call you, you're hired. This
Right.
is the phone call everybody wants to hear, right?
Yeah, you're hired. It's either you're hired or an email which says you're shortlisted. Your resume is shortlisted
Yeah.
for the starters, right? So yeah, I think I also agree on this. It's very important to know and understand the company and the environment that you're about to step into, and because that's where you will be like half of the time, right, throughout the day, let's say, because night we usually go to sleep, so we're spending very less time or have very less personal time, but it's more, the longer period is more into professionals. So it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people and people who could be like a positive energy to you, and not, people when you come back home you are not like stressed out, you're rather excited to go to the work next day.
Yeah, like, oh my God, another day at work. No, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna meet them. I'm gonna do. I have.
Yeah, I think it's very important to have that environment and surrounding, especially when you are. I understand right now everything's becoming remote and all of that, but if you are still like, going to the office and still in the on-site team and department, I think it's very important to have that friendly environment and I think, let's say, a safe space for yourself where you can
Yeah,
be yourself and
yeah,
also have your space, while being in the organization or the work, I mean, like during your work hours.
yeah. Even
So,
in the remote,
now,
okay, Tripti, we are remoted now, okay, in different
yeah, yeah,
parts
yeah.
of the world. But look at the energy we have here, okay? I talked to you. I read your message. I said, okay, I want to answer. I want to answer positive to the request. This is something I
Mhm.
want to be. I want to cooperate with you because the energy was right to me, okay? So this is what I mean. It doesn't matter if it's a remote or not, on site, the energy, the values, the purpose, if it's in common, you should be there and you achieve it for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. And now let's say, Mimi, we can talk a little about the purpose of self-introduction. Now we've, understood so far about the impression, right? The first impression and what impact it does when you are going somewhere or for an interview. Now, let's talk about the self-introduction and the purpose of it.
Okay. So let me take what I did a few questions before. Okay. Mm, Prepare a short answer and a long one. Okay. If you ask me, Esti, okay, I want to hire you. What do you bring with you? So I said, first of all, I love people. Second of all, I love to help people achieve their goals. And third, I love what I do. Okay. Like top three. Top three of your skills, your excellence, your triumphs along the, and this is you. Okay. I want in the self introduction that you will prepare things that are not written in your CV, in your curriculum,
Yeah,
because we can read it. Okay. I want you to tell me, if you're meeting me, I want you to tell me things from your soul, from your mind, from your body. Okay. Like body language is speaking here, but take the idea of three because it's easy to remember. Okay, I love people, I love to help people, I love what I do. So you get the impression of a very enthusiastic person. Okay, I think maybe someone else will get.
yeah,
And then
definitely.
I go down and I'm gonna expand it a little bit. Okay, I love people, or I love people because all the years I was working with people. I was a team manager, I was an instructor, I was okay in school, in high school, always helping people. So if I'm telling you this, you see that it's not an empty phrase that I love people. Everything in my story tells you that I was always engaged with people. And then,
Yeah,
okay, I love to help people. I will insert things that you see that I love to help people. Okay, last week I was preparing hot meals for sick people. I will tell you this. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be something from really your career. Of course, it is for the best. But if you are a junior and you don't have many career stories, career success, career triumphs, look up on what you did in your life, make yourself a list of excellence and show it off. And like the third thing I said, I love what I do. I think I don't have to have here an example of why I love what to do, because you see that I love what I do. So, but if you're bringing three things and then examples, always bring examples of what you are uh, saying, because examples are unique to you. No one else will tell you the story that the first time they stood on stage was in second grade. Okay, this is something unique for me, let's say. Okay, look at what you did and then show it off. And I must say, someone told me, okay, like I was first in my class, my grades were b A plus, whatever. Isn't isn't it too cocky? Isn't it too arrogant to show it? I said, okay, if you won't be cocky, you'll not be arrogant about your success, someone else will get your job.
yeah.
This is the moment for you to shine. This is the moment to you to show off. Why should I hire you and not the next one? This is your moment to shine.
Great. I really like the fact that, you added about like how someone can maybe story tell about their life experience when they don't have a lot of career experience, because it gets really difficult for freshers to get roles, because when they ask about, yeah, tell me about yourself or tell me about your journey so far, they lag, because that's what they think, like, they need to talk about maybe the internship they did, or let's say some part-time roles, some freelancing. But yeah, I think
If you're a
finding
sports
out
club,
all your
if you're managing something in your sports club, okay, but you have managing skills, show it, tell it.
Exactly, exactly. So I think that's a very important idea. Like if you are going for the position of, let's say, some associate, right? But that's relevant to your maybe life experience, like what you've done earlier. Like let's say for myself, like let's say community manager, right? For example, or community or partnerships manager. So if you were someone who were like the team leader or you were like a cultural club leader in your school or college, you were managing something, right? You are bringing all the class and you're trying to start a, let's say, not a community but a thing in the school where you are bringing in people who share same idea and you're trying to bring them under one roof. So I think that's something relevant to what you've done, and maybe that's relevant that you can share that yeah, this will be helpful in my maybe growing journey because I have had this experience and I look forward to expanding and growing my knowledge in that field. So I think that's really nice that you mentioned how we can use the example of our life journey and enhance our introduction part at the interview when they say tell me about yourself,
Yeah,
because that's where we get stuck.
yeah, and this is what will make you rememberable and unique. Your story, your experience in examples will be pointing you out from the group.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because if people are coming for a position, they'll come up with saying, "Hey, I did this in my, past experience as a the same role or the manager." And then because your life experience is unique, it's
It's
just
unique.
you who has
Yeah.
experienced it, nobody else. But the roles that you did as, let's say, a sales or a BD person in the past company is something some other people is doing in some other company. It's the same
Yeah.
role, but your life experience is yours. It's unique. So I really love that connection there. Thanks for sharing it.
Thank you. This is what I came
Well,
for. I came to share. I
uh-huh,
came to share.
definitely. So I just have one last question for you. So according to you, what are the main anchors you would recommend to our viewers, to include in their self intro when they're moving forward with their, let's say, job interviews?
Okay. I think the main anchors is, as I said before, a short phrase about my benefits to you as my for being positioned for the next job. Look what they're looking and see what you did that can match. Okay, so make a list of excellence, what I did, what are my triumphs, and put it in a story. If there are things that are like outgoing from your story, you can just pass them. You don't have to tell everything. Okay, this is written in your CV, but we're telling the story. Look about like 3 points of excellence that you did. They are matching the skills you are saying you have for that position. Okay, if they're looking for 1, 2, 3, okay, I am 2, 3, 1. My example for two is, my example for one is, my example for three is, and then tell your examples and stories, and always try to find something that will make the other side curious. Like
Mhm.
hook them with something different, something really, I don't know, I don't want hooks, no one now, but something that will, okay, actually tell me about the bungee that you were jumping or the something. Ah, you're diving. Tell about your hobbies, okay? Share something about your personal life that maybe this will be the connection. This will be the glue with between you and your interviewer.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Your insights. It was really, really valuable, and I wish we had, much longer time to talk on this and about the topic. But however, we have few time constraints right now. But that doesn't mean, we'll never come together again in the future with another important topic to discuss about.
I'm
But
here.
yeah, thank you, Esti. This was really, really wonderful. Your participation was, I think, it was the energy we needed. I needed for today. Yeah. And yes, but unfortunately, because of the time constraints, we have to bring the session to an end for today. But is there anything you'd like to add from your side to our viewers before we wrap up today's session?
Yeah. Think about the place you want to be in, because I think your thoughts will bring you to that place. Come, get up every morning with good energy. Think about our world. Think about you got up the morning. Think about everything you have in your life. Good things will happen to you. If you want a position, just before this session, I had a talk with a friend, and she said, I'm not sure what I'm looking. So I told her, be accurate what you are asking. I want a good position. It will place hybrid, not hybrid, whatever. Be precise and thank for everything that is happening for you. Good thing will follow. And
Amazing. So,
always,
guys,
this is the most important. Always start with a smile and end with a smile.
yeah, that's absolutely true. And otherwise, like if we did start the session with a smile, I think everybody would be just like, we don't want to be here. Yeah. But any which ways, I guess I would add a little something here, guys. I think if you are newly looking for jobs and if you're a job seeker, I think start collecting, go back to your past and start collecting your incidents, your experiences, your memories, so that you can have a list of stories that you can tell in your interviews, which can be relevant to your job profiles, right? So just do a little deep diving and just go down the memory lane. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. If you're a job seeker, just a quick update. We have multiple events coming up, physical, virtual. So you can always log on to techjobsway.com and check out all the details. And thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time, take care and have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Esti.
Thank you for the opportunity to give. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.